Welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. We haven't done quite as many of these as we liked, but we've a lot of projects on. But here's a little one. Now, this is something a lot of people have asked us about, which is how to make platforms. There's lots of different ways you can do it, but what we've used for nearly all our projects is this. This is 10mm corrugated cardboard. It comes basically as packing with various goods and products. So again, scrounge around the family, talk to your local electrical supplier. It is possible to get this stock. You can even get it that bit thicker. That's nearly 20mm thick for various things. Very useful for making hills, but here we're using it to do stations. Now I'm just going to put that tub on there a sec because we're just gluing it, and that's the weight. Relatively easy. I'll show you in a minute. You can cut it with Stanley knife. Now something else I'm doing differently here to before is I'm not cutting the ballast mat away. I'm gluing it down onto the ballast mat and then do the edges down, because however you do it, you always end up with a gap. But it's really that simple. There's no having to make cross bracing and everything else. I'm hoping this is going to stick down with PVA okay. PVA seems to stick most things, especially if you put a bit of weight on it. And it's that simple. That's 3 pieces so far to build that area, and that's only taken me couple of minutes. I'm just going to get something heavy there. So marking things out, relatively straightforward. I do a lot of things by eye, so I want that piece to go in there. Now a little tip, always make sure you've left enough clearance, and you want to leave enough clearance for the fact that we're going to put a cardboard edge on that. And it's worth pointing out, for instance, here, if you're going to have points, make sure there's enough room for the points to work, because I've done that before now. It is fixable, but it's better not to. So I want this little piece to go in there. If I take my straight line across there so that I can see how that's going to fit that piece. And it really is as simple as cutting mat, straight edge, knife blade. There you go. And then we're beginning to get the shape we want. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely what I'm looking for. Nice little bay platform in there. Using quite a lot of PVA just to make sure it bonds. And then again, now the reason I use the 4-wheel coach is with their running boards, they are some of the widest. Another thing to watch is like on this edge where you've got a curve, again, to make sure you've got enough, didn't change the point, poor Sigmund, enough clearance. Now I'm not running bogey coaches on this, but obviously that will have an impact as well. And you need to check these things before you make anything. As I say, don't worry, these gaps don't matter, because we're going to put cereal packet card with some kind of finish for the platform top on those. So that's how quick and easy it is. We'll do another part of this in a minute. So what I've done here is I've used this. This is just cereal packet card. I particularly like the Asda because I like the finish on the back. And all I've done is cut that to shape and stuck it over just to cover all the little gaps and joins. And then here I've built a little platform ramp. You can see it's very simple construction. Bits of mounting board, just a simple framework, and then cereal packet card over the top. So that's that little stage done, and now we can start laying the pavement. Here we are then. I've shown that area of cardboard. What I'm doing now is laying the actual platform surface, and what I'm using are these. These are the super quick paving sheets that I quite like. I've used them for paving as well, but I think they look very good as a station surface. Now obviously they're long thin strips, so they are a little bit fiddly. But it is a bit, to me, it's a little bit more interesting to look at than, say, tar macadam on the Metcalf platforms. So It's relatively straightforward, it's just a bit fiddly and time consuming. So what I'll just do here, obviously I want to get the line to get the angle right. So what I'm going to do is just move that over in parallel. And that should be the right angle. There. Now, it doesn't matter too much on this edge because we're going to put an edging strip on it. Now, the thing that Douglas put me onto is, in the past when I've done this, I've used PVA glue. And the problem with PVA is that it does tend to warp and bubble when you're doing this. So what we're using here is glue sticks, what some of us know as Pritt sticks. These are just £1 ones. This one's got a little bit dry, but there we go. It's the edges you've got to watch always because you need them nice and neat. You have to be a little bit careful when you're pulling it. There we go. And then this will go. The only trouble I find with the Pritt is you don't get a lot of wriggle room, moving room once it's down. And obviously we're going to carry on there now like that. And do the whole surface. So there we go. Rather than you having to watch all the boring stuff, that's all the platform tops done, which I'm very pleased with. So what I'm working on now is the edging of the platform. This is really very simple. This is Metcalf card, I want to say card brick paper, but printed sheets that are in card. They come in a pack. I got mine cheap second hand, as I did everything. Super quick papers, Metcalf papers. Places like Classic Rail have them cheap. Most second-hand model shops will have packets of them cheap, and you can get them usually on eBay a bit cheaper. Even new, it's only £3 a pack. So I used just about a pack to do the top of this. So it's not expensive compared to buying a kit. And obviously the big advantage is you get the shape you want. So measure the height of your platform. Mine happens to be 12mm. And you cut it to shape. So it really couldn't be much simpler. Now, if you can't get the card version, buy brick paper and just glue it to serial packet card and it will work in exactly the same way. What we're going to do here is obviously just PVA glue it. Nothing very rocket science about it. And that just goes into place. Now what I've got is I've got some old Loco weights here. Which I just use to hold it in place. This is when you need really a better quality like this PVA. If you try using a cheap PVA glue, there's not enough tack on it to stick. You can see how that's going to go. When you go around edges like this, fold the card and that works much better and it gives you a neater join. So this is one I've just made earlier. And what I'll do is I'll just do a couple of these bits and then you can see how it's done. And then we'll do the rest. And then I'll just show you what I'm going to do with the edging strips. So that then just folds into place. There's a bit more room here, so these are working on there. Just found on some of these, just to get it vertical, you just need to tuck the bottom in. And I'll just put one there. So that's really how simple it is to do these. So what I'll do is I'll just finish off. I've only got a few more pieces to do, and then we'll show you how we do the edging pieces. Okay. So what I'm doing now is just adding the edge strips. Now what I'm using are these Metcalf self-adhesive ones, again because I happen to get them for 50p from a second-hand Classic Rail, but you can make your own. You've seen me do it before on layouts where you could just use this paper cut into strips and then paint the line, draw the lines on with a pen. So you can make your own, but these are nice and simple and I happen to have them. Peel off, self-adhesive, really couldn't be any easier. And then I tend to leave them so that I can just fold the edge over. I'm just going to trim that one to length. There we go. I don't think you need to see me do lots of these, fairly straightforward. And then what I'll do, I'll finish it all off in a minute and we'll show you what it looks like at the end. So there we go. We've got all the edging pieces done there. So I've used the white sticky ones where the passenger platform is. This is going to be a cattle dock eventually, so I've got a different trim on there and just on the edge of the platform. So nice and simple. It's actually cost me probably about £2 or £3 to make. Even if you'd had to buy the card or so, and it would only have cost you about £6. As I say, this material, the corrugated cardboard you can get from most kinds of packaging, scrounge around a bit. The main advantage is it's really quick. If you had to do the traditional framework, that would take quite a long time to build. And also you can build whatever shape you like, unlike, say, the Metcalfe or the Super Quick kits. So I'm very pleased with it. It's exactly the look I like, that I wanted. I've got the station there and I've got my canopy. So I think you've got quite a nice long shot there that shows you how effective that looks. That's just a Super Quick station that I've cut up and added a bit to, and the canopy I made myself. So I've really got exactly the terminus station area that I wanted. Really pleased with that, and hopefully that'll give you a good idea on how to build quick, simple, cheap platforms, which is something that a lot of people have been asking us for. So that's going to be my cattle dock. Let's make it look a little bit like a station. And then that's my bay platform. And there we go. You've got quite a nice looking little station area there now, and I'm quite pleased with that. Really, it's only taken me an hour or two to build, and it hasn't cost me very much, and I think looks very effective. So as always, thank you for watching, and have fun with your model railways and your model railroads. Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.